How's it going, guys? A second warrant has hit the flagship as it is. Now, this came out obviously early in the week, but is now available. Styxhexenhammer has his second warrant in the parish of Narleans. You are hereby commanded in the state of Louisiana and the criminal district court of the parish of New Orleans. Well, I guess just Orleans. To arrest the body of Tarlee Warwick, yar, and bring them before the court to answer for the charge of piracy, no, but domestic abuse and battery first offense parole. Now this, of course, we knew about this for a while, but it is very funny that this man now has 2 warrants out for him in 2 different states, both in Vermont and Orleans. Well, I guess Louisiana. He's still trying to evade the police and do his live streams and videos, but we have some bad news as well, I mean, it's kind of given away in the title. You probably know about it, but make sure to say hi in chat and like the stream as we go through this. We'll go through all the stuff. Styxhexenhammer a few days ago says, goddamn, growing up is retarded. People keep telling me to do it. Then they just start wars, make stupid rules, and issue dress codes. Why? What purpose? Still waiting for a sane, reasoned answer. I don't think that Stix has ever had to live by a dress code. Like, there are some people that actually do, but no, he just dresses up in cosplays all day and complains about growing old. He wants to be a little boy forever, which is very funny because he's going to be regressing backwards as we get through this stream. No videos today. Oh, no. A huge announcement tomorrow with lots of literature. I will try and make my next entries even more insane than the last. I will have to outdo myself. It will not be easy. So what do you think it was going to be, chat? What was the big announcement going to be? Well, I guess we'll never know. We'll never know because... Sorry. Had a stroke, LOL. Sorry. I mean, I should probably be more sympathetic to this because I do have a family member that had a stroke. Like, not so long ago. They are in their 60s, though. But Stix is like 37. He's still a spry young lad, younger than me, at least. Wait, is he actually? Wait, did somebody say he was 29? Wait, how old is he? Maybe I'm having a stroke right now. I thought he was in his late 30s, but now that I'm having like these false memories. Is he actually like 29 or something? But had a stroke, LOL. I can write and I can kind of make videos, but my ability to read has been greatly diminished. One of my favorite things in life has been stolen from me. People say that this is attention seeking or something. I told you I was dying. I wasn't joking. All right, there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, Stix spent the last 2 months basically suicide baiting for sympathy points about how he was predicting his death. The fact that he had a stroke, if this is indeed true, while both sad and funny, you know, like a clown that he is. This is not any evidence of predictive powers. It's a purely coincidence based on his bad life habits. I'm not sure what this is the sort of behavior you should have when you have a stroke, though. Like, LOL, oops, just have a little stroke, feeling cute, might delete later. Who knows? Now, the people that brought up the question is, if he can't read, how is he reading and responding to tweets? Is he getting like Grok to dictate, like, Grok, read these posts and then send us a schmarmy response? Who knows? Who knows? Lol stroke, yeah. Just a little bit of a cheeky stroke. Wait, there's one here that I want to go to next. Wait, where is it? Where is it? All right. Odd. While my stroke damaged my visual abilities badly, I seem to have slightly boosted my linguistic acuity and vastly increased my ability to find bizarre and warped things humorous. And also, no, I do not have a stroke face. Now, this is not true. We have a verified real photo of Styxhexenhammer right here. And it's not looking good, chat. It's not. This is what it's like. This is what happens when you put your faith in Stolas. This is what happens when you reject the teachings of God and embrace the demons and start using chaos magic. It affects you. It corrupts your body. This is what he deserves. It's what he deserves. It's a Syphilis face. Wait, no, that's the place in World of Warcraft. Syphilis. Syphilis face. Perhaps that could be. He does have a collection of BPD slags that it may be that JF is going to start raiding his booty. We don't know. All right, so we'll go through this. Lol, when I stroked out, apparently I was blue in the face and stuff. I just wish my mum had photographed my half-dead body. I would have posted it and laughed about morbid stories. Stroke Man will be a thing, I promise you. Read that in the voice of Sergeant Markov. I usually do agree that you should have a positive response to things that happen to your life, even if it's bad. But I'm not sure celebrating the stroke maxing is a good career move. The funny thing is that he was talking about how he'd be dead, like, in a month's time, approximately 3 months ago, and he was just like, "Oh, woe is me. There's no way I can avoid it now. I just got to get as much money for my daughter as possible." But now that he's had this stroke, he's like, "I'm going to live my life to the fullest. I'm going to come back. I'm not going to give up to the government." All right, let's see. Stroke Man synopsis. Dude has a stroke, gets fucks up, and then does scary stuff. Now, the thing is, Stix has been doing fucked up shit for his entire life, so this is no surprise. I'm not sure you get the stroke card here, but we'll see. We'll see. It's funny being retarded. I've known this for 20 years. Most of my enemies are Johnny-come-latelys. Being a Goonie is fun. Oh, no. Hey, you guys. Oh, it's no good. Now, of course, this is the consequences of his own actions. He's lived a life of degeneracy. He's lived a life of alcoholism, psoriasis of the liver. It was a foregone conclusion that he was going to have a bad body at the end of it. I'm not sure you should be reveling in this in these results. But there you go. Being a Goonie is fun. All right. Now, JF Garapi has reached out. Well, and he posted in public. He says, Styxhexenhammer is unfortunately in the process of dying. That's as much as I'm going to do with that. He had a stroke, and now he can't read. In fact, he won't even be able to read this tweet. It'll all look like Mandarin to him. The part of his brain that processes written language is gone, and it's never coming back. His body is entering an agonizingly slow decomposition process that will look like it will be long and painful. Liver and brain will slowly give up in the coming months as he loses contact with the world around him. The potato has been crushed, yes. Well, I just wanted to say before he goes into death, respect to him. There are one of the few YouTube gentlemen that kept it real throughout his life. I'm not sure he did that, but okay. Our business has changed across the years with artificial people making it within producer teams and assistant researchers. Liars, betrayers, and people who get it wrong on a regular basis. But to me, true YouTubing will always be a single human delivering the totality of his views, whether it's a bad day or a good one. Always true to himself. Stix will go down in history as a part of the restricted set of the few finite true YouTubers who will ever exist. Highest respect. Now, the reason he might be saying this is that Stix has a group of about 3 mentally deranged women in his orbit, and it perhaps is that JF is looking for a new potato to mash. I don't find this to be very sincere or anything other than just going to get a bit of engagement from JF, who apparently JF is having a bit more of a resurgence, and he's like leaning into the murderer memes quite a bit. So I might have to check that out at some point. Who knows? So Stix goes on. Odd, while my stroke damaged my visual abilities badly. Oh, wait, no, I already read this one. Sorry, that's the stroke face one. There you go. There you go. All right. And also, before we get into some actual Stix content, this video that he put out. All of my accounts are clearly under attack. My channel is under attack. My Twitter's under attack. Joke's on you. I can't really make content anymore because I had a stroke. Fuck your parent of choice. I don't believe this. I think we're going to be seeing some stroke content very soon, and we're going to see firsthand if he has stroke face. He can't stay away. He does these little attention grabs, then he revels in his little sad moment, then he comes back. So we'll see. Now, while I was looking to see if he's uploaded any stroke content, I found this video, The Myth of Clean Food, and this will give you a bit of insight into Stix's actual life. So let's take a look. And this video is so funny because, you know, if you see a crack addict saying, you know, crack is bad for you, yeah, you can take their advice. But generally, you don't take advice from people that look like they've had a terrible life, or they look like they have nothing to do with it. Like, you don't take advice on dieting from a fat man, for example. But Stix is not the kind of person that lives clean. So let's see what he thinks about clean food, shall we?
All right, everyone, we start off today talking about clean food. By the way, I do have only half a tooth here because of an assault by one of my exes, so if I sound a little bit weird, there is a reason for this. Sorry about that.
So that's a good caveat you got to put here first. Is like, look, I'm going to tell you about clean food. Now, my teeth are falling out, but it's not because I've been eating garbage my entire life. It's because I was attacked by my huge ex-girlfriend who was arrested, and then I got the state to lock her up. So that's a nice little caveat there. So it's not because of all the sugar and alcohol and carbs and everything. Second of all, this is such a dirty video. Like it's the lens looks like it's got like what do they call it? Those gel filters that they use in the cinema. They have a special name for them. It's like Vaseline gel filter. It's like dirty. Like his entire apartment feels oily. It's just like if I want someone to tell me about clean food, I want them to look like Mr. Clean. You know, I want them to be like a bodybuilder or something. There's someone that's, you know, using a bunch of drugs to pretend that they're natty or something. That's what I want to tell. But all right, let's continue.
Anyway,
Vaseline,
clean food, or clean eating, I suppose you could say, is really nothing more than a farce. It's basically a marketing strategy. It's propaganda more than anything else.
No, it isn't. You can absolutely eat clean, and we know this because there are certain foods and diets you can do which can reduce your LDL cholesterol down to, like, what is it, 70 milliliters per decibel. And at that point, the effects of atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of the arteries in the heart, is completely retarded and also reversed. So you can actually eat clean living. And there is foods that are just better for you. Like it's pretty fucking obvious. Now I think he's gonna segue this into saying that clean food marketing is BS. But no, like the idea that there's no clean eating, that's not true. Okay. Just eat your damn veggies. It's not that hard. Just eat your fucking broccoli, eat your sweet potatoes, eat your beans, get all that good stuff, get some blueberries, the antioxidants, it's all good for you, okay? Eat all that shit, and you'll actually see really big improvements in your life.
What happens is that you make this vague term, but there's really no central meaning to the term. It's like free range farming.
These are completely different. Like, now there's a lot of marketing flimflams and bullshit and stuff like that. And that I definitely believe that, like, organic is just like a nonsense word. But no, clean eating, clean food is not the same as organic or free range chickens. It's pretty fucking obvious. Clean food is food that is good for you. Dirty food or junk food is bad for you. This is truly wild. Like, it makes me wonder how Stix ever got any sort of audience and up to like 500,000 subscribers, because it's like, this is like listening to your stoned out friend having a revelation. I mean, it's like, you know, man, what is it? What's the chicken company? I'm trying to like localize this for the American audience. Tegan's Chicken that's the New Zealand one, I think. Tegan's Chicken, man, they're pumping their chicks full of hormones, man. You got to get your own chickens, man. This is what it's like.
What do free
the fuck is that?
range chickens enjoy that caged chickens don't? They can move around. That's great. The problem is that there's thousands of them in a gigantic factory floor milling around, and each one has maybe this much space to itself.
Tyson's chicken.
And
yeah,
that's pretty much it. That's free range. So when you get free range produce, it doesn't really mean what the average person would assume that it actually meant. It doesn't mean that. What it means is that they're capable of standing up. That's what it means.
Is Stix capable of standing up? Like, I saw his arrest video. He was walking around in his pirate's boots. But at this point, can he actually stand up? Are we going to listen to a man who's stroked out about the virtues of clean eating and standing up chickens?
Well, it sounds good on paper, but in practice, it really is meaningless now, isn't it? And imagine the smell in there. My God.
He said the line, imagine the smell. Imagine the smell. Yeah, probably not very great.
It must be absolutely terrible. Pecking at each other, shitting everywhere, and yeah, probably not the most pleasant place to be. Hell, it'd probably be better to have your own solitary little cage than to have to deal with thousands of other chickens, you know, milling about the entire time like you're in the worst slum in the most crowded spot in the entire world. That would basically be the average chicken farm that says it's free range.
Would you rather live in a chicken farm or the slums of India? Put a 1 for chicken farm, 2 for India, Chad, out of curiosity.
Normally you'd think, well, the chickens wander around in the meadow, all happy and fluttery and doing buck, and they're capable of...
They're doing buck. Now, I had chickens when I was a child, and I think the chickens actually make one of the greatest pets ever. There's something so amazing about having chickens. I don't know how to describe it, but like the chicken like cooing sound, like when you're like hugging a chicken, it's so comfy. I don't know. Like it's like it's so good, and you can just like put them in your yard, and they like just take out spiders. They're like spider eating machines. So I wish that I had like a chicken coop at the moment, but I don't, unfortunately. But oh man, I have a sad chicken stories, but oh well. I'll save it for another time. I think I've told the chat before anyway. But anyway, S tier pet is chickens for real.
Eating like bugs and shit like that and feeling the sun. No, that's not that. They've got a short, miserable existence among a bunch of other short, miserable existences. That's basically their plot in life. When you look at...
I'm gonna wager at this point that the average chicken has a better life than Stix, living in his cage, toothless, waiting for the police to come bust down his doors and drag him back to the jail.
Clean eating. Just look, link in the description. Archived, of course. This leaked audio.
Is there actually a link in the description? Now with 10% less glyphosate. Okay, there is actually. Look at that. Surprised me.
From the CEO of Chipotle, saying basically, well, you know, people really like this clean eating stuff. Basically, like it's just nothing more than a pitch. Basically, it means nothing. They like that a lot, and so we're going to capitalize upon that, lean into that. And most of our clients...
Man discovers marketing in the year of 2026. These are the insights you can only get from a man that communes with the devil Stolas.
Are relatively well off. We've noticed that a lot of them, they're like the trendy kids with the Starbucks coffee and the laptop. They go to Chipotle because they want to pack the protein, basically.
Do Americans really? Like, I've seen this sometimes on like Twitter, like people are saying like, oh my God, guys, the new Raising Cane's meal has 50 grams of protein per nugget, which I think is actually impossible, but I don't know. Do Americans actually just go to fast food to try and like health max? But this is like I said, this is like your stoner friend just discovering these. Like, do you know that the chicken CEO's out to get us, man? They're just trying to profit max, man. It's not healthy for us. No shit.
They want healthy living. So we'll brand it as though it was healthy.
This is the crazy thing about this. This is pre-stroke. This is from about a month ago. There was some more recent videos, but this is the funniest one that I saw. I looked through about 3 or 4 of them to see if there was anything really entertaining. But this is my favorite one.
Living, even though it's not, it's clean eating, and so now they can pay us more money. Basically, we can hike prices. That's literally what's intoned here. It's like, hey, you dumb fucks, yes, pay us 10% more.
Yes,
we'll keep giving you marginally edible food that we totally didn't process or anything like that. Processing food in and of itself is not the problem. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. The fact...
No, it's pretty fucking easy to understand. You can process a chicken, you can slaughter and like drain the blood. Well, I mean, technically there's no blood in the muscles, but no, you can slaughter it, process it. That's fine. People like just don't want sawdust in their meat as filler.
That something would have a preservative in it. I mean, salt is a preservative. I mean, people have been doing that.
Sugar is a preservative too. That's why jams are called preserves in some places. Well, I mean, technically a jam, which I guess Americans call jelly. I have to localize this again for the Americans. But yeah, there's a slight difference between jams and jellies and preserves. But no, salts is a preservative, sugar's a preservative, obviously.
For thousands of years. Technically, you're processing the food. You're adding salt, you're using rock salt to preserve meat or something like that, or smoking it or something, providing a layer of veneer of antibacterial material to that meat in order to preserve.
Right. What is he drinking? Like, is this just some cloudy water, or is he just like vodka baxing in the middle of the day? Jelly isn't jam. Jelly is fruit flavored corn syrup, basically. I'm not sure. I've never tried American jellies. But you have to kind of reverse things. Like jam for me is what you would call jelly, and vice versa. Like gelatin is what you call jello, I guess. We call that jelly. It's stroke, it's stroke juice, Mexican water. I don't know. It's got like this weird pink hue to it, and it's like kind of like bubbly at the top. I thought it was like dirty well water or something. Jam has seeds. I'm not sure.
Serve it. Technically, you're using chemicals. It's just organic rather than inorganic science.
Huh?
Other than that, no real difference. Anyway, look at organic farming. If you look into the laws with regards to organic labeling at the federal and at your local and state level, you'll find very quickly that not every organic food is actually organic at all. You can look into that yourself.
Well, no, it's all organic unless it's made from, I don't know, plastic. But yeah, organic is just a branding thing. Like people fall for this all the time. Like News at 11, everybody knows this. What is the appeal of this guy? Like, how did he get? Is he just like one of the first movers in the space or something? Was that? I think that's what people told me, is that like he was just one of the first like big libertarian voices. For some reason, atheism and libertarianism was like the biggest draw in like YouTube like 10, 20 years ago. So you have like retards like Stix and the Amazing Atheist smearing themselves with chocolate and banana shit or whatever, or stuffing it up their asses, and they just get a big audience because there's nothing else to watch.
There have been multiple exposés on this before. The idea of clean eating should be boiled down to this. Clean eating should be defined as you have grown it, you have raised it, or you can vouch for the person locally who has grown or raised it. That's like a local farm, a friend, a family member, or you yourself. You know what went into it. You know how it was raised. You understand the quality standards. You know that it's not GMO because you yourself chose the seeds or the seedlings. You know that they're not GMO. You know what...
Like, I get it that there's like the GMO stuff is going into the seeds and everything, but the idea that the average person or anybody, in fact, could just look at the seeds and like, these are the good ones and these are the bad ones. No, it's not going to happen. You got to like get your microscope out and seed max. Otherwise, you're not just going to just to get some garbage, just complete like 100% sugar corn or something. I don't know.
Fertilizer you used. You know that you didn't use pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, etc., glyphosates and so forth. You know, now with 10% less glyphosate, yeah, that's basically clean eating. that's basically what you're getting. It's a fad diet more than anything else. Well, I'm going to pack those minerals and vitamins and all that protein in there, and I'm really going to get healthy. It is healthy eating, but
okay, so the myth of clean food is actually not a myth at all. You can eat clean. You just have to have a certain standard when you're selecting what you're going to eat, and also that the garbage that you find in certain supermarkets is not necessarily going to be good for you. Here's a pretty easy one. Like all nutrition bros can be distilled into like a single sentence, essentially. Just eat meat, like eat animal products that are actual animal products, you know, so like a cut of beef or something, or like a chicken breast. Eat vegetables. That's about fucking it. That's all. It's as simple as that. And, you know, fruits as well, obviously. Fruits and vegetables and actual cuts of meat. It's that easy. It really is that. Oh, nutrition YouTube debunked. Like, I don't know. I got to go to American supermarket sometime because people are telling me these like stories about food oases and that it's impossible to buy clean food. I don't believe it. They're like, oh, it's cheaper to eat McDonald's and eat healthy. I don't believe you. You telling me that McDonald's is cheaper than buying beans and rice? There's no way. There's no fucking way. I don't believe it. Maybe I just live up in my ivory tower where I just go and buy vegetables. Even though like frozen vegetables, honestly, are like some of the healthiest vegetables because it locks in the nutrients. Like, oh no, you got to eat fresh. No, you just eat frozen vegetables. It's fine.
Term clean eating is a misnomer. It does not make sense because it has no central meaning at all, and because you can't even vouch for it. Do you think that the standards set forth by the Department of Agriculture, the FDA, and so forth, do you think that they really spot check literally every food that's produced in the United States? No. People trim corners. People cheat in this system all of the time.
The lisp is pretty bad. I didn't notice it at first, but now it's really coming through.
We've had numerous scandals. Every single year you've got food scandals. And then you've got outbreaks of like salmonella, E. coli, and things like that all of the time. Also, it lends itself over to basically slave labor, migrant labor, because who else will pick the avocados?
I thought he was going to say cotton. Okay, that could have been a base moment. Yeah, who's gonna pick the avocados? It's got to be the Mexicans.
For my toast. Yeah, this has become a problem too. The NIMBYist. Basically, that's what the Chipotle CEO is actually talking about. NIMBYist liberals. You know, the fat kids that go in there again with their laptops and their Starbucks coffee, and they just want some.
Is this man just old? Is he just like old maxing? He's what, 37? I want to say 37. He's had a stroke. He looks like he's 50, and now he's talking about the damn kids. These damn kids, they just want to eat their high fructose corn syrup. Well, he's like slurping down whatever this is. This has to be some sugary concoction or alcohol, right? Like it's pink. It's like pink lemonade, something like that. I'm not sure I want to learn about someone talking about clean food from someone that doesn't just drink water, like a regular person.
Protein. Oh wait, most of them don't want protein in their diet.
No, he's not 39 because I'm 39, and I know he's younger than me. I know he's several years younger than me, so he's got to be like 37 or something.
Because they want to be all shriveled away, so they're just eating the okra salad, I guess.
Not a fan of okra.
Even that's probably too nutrient dense for them, for their anemic stomachs. No.
Is you throwing some shade at the quartering here? Because the quartering made the bold claim that his guts were under attack by eating vegetables. He's like, well, if I have to eat beer and tacos and shit because if I eat like any vegetables, I shit it out at the Walmart. As if he's like, I don't know. All quartering needs to do is just eat healthy. Like there's a transitional period. Like you get adapted to these like quick, easy foods like tacos and Denny's and whatever. But if you just actually go through an actual process of eating clean food, and it's not like a cleansing process, that's like bullshit. But just start eating healthy foods and your body will adapt to it. That's one of the most outrageous things I think quartering has ever said, that he's like his body just rejects healthy food. Absolute cope. I'll have to find that clip at some point.
Clean eating should be understood as you have grown or raised it yourself. Preferably, you've then prepared it yourself as well. At a bare minimum, you should be doing that once in a while. And by the way, there is nothing wrong with canned goods, frozen goods, things like that. They're perfectly acceptable and perfectly healthy.
I mean, with a caveat, depending on how they've been processed and preserved, yes. Cans can be just perfectly fine, though.
You can brine things and do all sorts of other stuff. And these things are perfectly healthy. People have been eating these things for quite some time. The food supply in the world is healthier today if you know what you're looking for. Then certainly...
So the myth of clean food is actually not a myth at all. There is clean food you can buy. What's the point of this video then? It's just gabbing at the internet.
Was in the past. The problem is that people go after foods that are processed the wrong way more than anything else. And they make no attempt to differentiate, like they don't care if there's pesticides laced into their vegetables and stuff like that.
I think people do care about that. They just don't know. Like, obviously, there's some like shady companies that maybe they don't properly clean their products before they sell them. And it gets in. Nobody's out there looking for the fucking pesticides.
They just don't care. You've got this fad, and companies have been dragged kicking and screaming to it, of adding a little bit of extra price and then calling it clean. This is quite literally why you see so many organic options, low salt options, and shit like that. No preservatives and stuff like that. You get like whole food and stuff like that. Well, it's really, you're just paying more for exactly the same product. You're not really getting anything extra out of it. It's not any healthier than it was before. What you shouldn't be doing is...
People claim this guy was once very profound. I don't believe it. I've got to go back, I think. I mean, we'll do a quick check after this one. But I want to compare like one of like Stix's greatest videos to any of his modern content and see what was there. Is it just nostalgia goggles is what I'm thinking.
is going to McDonald's. You shouldn't be buying frozen dinners. Those are examples of things that would be ostensibly unhealthy eating. Everyone already knew this, though. Yeah, no shit. If you eat candy all day, it's probably going to take a toll on your health. No.
I mean, I know that his teeth was like punched out of his head by his ex-girlfriend, but there's a certain amount of humor in seeing a man that has just had a stroke, is toothless, and is talking about how candy is like bad for you. I would wager that his teeth were already in pretty bad condition, and that's why they fell out when he got decked in the face by his ex. I mean, maybe she's got like a really strong right hook. I don't know, but they were probably already on 1 month watch at the point that he got attacked.
Oh shit! I remember. You remember when Subway got in trouble, for example, years ago? They were casting themselves off as the healthy option to other fast food chains, and then we found out there was a chemical that's also used in bamboo matting in their bread. They removed that finally. Or Taco Bell.
Was it like there's like that yellow dye that American Skittles have? Like you can't find yellow Skittles outside of America because it's like a carcinogen. But I don't know. Apparently, it's like such a delicious yellow dye. Hey, Luther Morgan in the chat, author of the lolcow book available on Amazon, says, I followed Stix since 2014, 10 years ago. He was actually good. Now he's just a drunk pirate. Is there any other pirate? Maybe he's just like living the lifestyle. Like he talks the talk and walks the walk. Although we're not sure if he can walk anymore because he just had a stroke.
Which is not healthy, by the way. Tasty once in a while if you want a gut buster, but other than that, it can be convenient once in a great while. But their all beef was not all beef. It was like 30% binder. It was filler like from corn and shit. That's the other big problem in the U.S. food supply that you don't have in many other countries, which is that they add corn syrup to everything. That's why Trump was pressuring Coca-Cola to return to cane sugar, like Mexican-style Coca-Cola, instead of using...
So this is the actual state of the American health system. It's like, well, maybe we should start drinking Mexican Coke. No. Oh, the Mexican Coke is so much better for you. Stop drinking fucking Coke. It's that simple. Don't drink sugar water. Just drink water or like coffee or tea or something. Delicious tea, like the tea that can be found on thedragonstreasure.com. Use code COPE for a discount. Do not use code potentially or Sean or whatever, because Sean doesn't need more money. I need more money. Buy your tea at the Dragon's Treasure.
High fructose corn syrup. We put corn syrup in everything because we've got such an excess of corn in the country. You got to do something with it, so they pump it into the food supply and they pump it into the gasoline supply to stretch it a little bit. They've been doing this for a while. And
even American cars are unhealthy? Ridiculous.
Soy would be the other one. That's particularly bad for men because it contains...
Neither he nor Nick have teeth anymore. I've heard this like rumor that Nick has got like... There is actually a short Nick segment in the day's stream. Apparently, he's back on the booger sugar. We'll see. We'll have a quick look at that clip. But it is true that Nick's front teeth was kicked out by a dog, and he used to be toothless in the same way that Stix was. But there's been some weird videos that I've seen recently that make it look like he's got dentures. I don't know if I believe that just yet. It could just be a weird artifacting of the video compression or something. But very funny if true. We'll have to see.
Estrogens. Not so bad for women, but it's definitely...
Oh, wait. Let's go back. All right. Chat's going to get mad at me in a second.
Because it contains xenoestrogens.
Now, gotta go back a little bit more.
You got to do something with it, so they pump it into the food supply and they pump it into the gasoline supply to stretch it a little bit. They've been doing this for a while. And soy would be the other one. That's particularly bad for men.
No, it isn't. And you can be mad at me in the chat all you want. Soy is not bad for men. It's actually very good for men. It's actually very good for everyone. And no, it doesn't give you bitch tits. Like the soy joy, the soy memes, everything, the soy, like it's very funny. It's very, like, I love calling people soy boys, but soy is not bad for you. Now, if you eat soy in these ridiculous amounts, which like you have to eat like 1,000 edamame beans a day or something, then yes, that can give you a spike in these xenoestrogens that can give you like these weird like male breasts. In a regular diet, this does not happen, okay? Soy being bad for you is one of the biggest copes in the American healthcare industry. See, the chat doesn't. The chat thinks it's true. They don't like the soy Australian take. I like my estrogen. Edamame beans are delicious and very good for you. Tofu, soy is very good for you. Oh my god! Like people. This is one of the biggest lies, the biggest fucking lies in the health industry, and it drives me mad all the time. He has soy tits. No, it's not true. It's not true. Oh, but it's just you just say it. Tofu is bland. You got to eat like mapo tofu, where they laid like the spices and the mince. It's like a Chinese dish where it's like meat, soy, and chilies. It's pretty tasty. It like burns the mouth in a good way. Like the test they did where the guy had like 1,000 times the recommended daily dose of soy is the only time soy has had a negative effect in people. It's one of the stupidest health scares that has ever happened. And it's never going to happen. Like it's never going to have its name redeemed. It's forever going to be the boogeyman. But this is just absolute nonsense what he's saying. And I don't care. You can say that I'm coping and sneating in the chat if you want. But it's perfectly fine for you. You won't die. You won't grow bitch tits if you have a piece of fucking tofu.
Because it contains xenoestrogens. Not so bad for women, but it's definitely bad for males. It can literally cause them to grow boobs, actually.
No.
So that's a big problem as well. So clean living in and of itself basically is bullshit. It's nothing more than a fad. And
man that's dying from stroke and losing his teeth. There's no such thing as clean living. Not sure I want to hear that from this guy.
A vacuous sloganeering campaign. It's propaganda. It's literally nothing more than to get people to buy a product. It's corporatism. That's about all. Peace out.
All right, let's see what Max Morris says. I'm right. Apparently he says I'm right about soy, but the key phrase is in moderation. If you're a vegan or vegetarian, don't go full artoid on eating tons of soy. It's going to affect your hormone levels. Like, unless you're actually actively going out and eating exclusively soy products, like 100% soy, not like soy added, it is perfectly fine for you to eat it. This is one of the craziest things. Don't even get me started on fucking seed oils. The channel will really have a stroke if I do that. All right, let's have a look. I think next time we talk about Stix, I'm going to go back and see some of his oldest videos. But let's take a look. Like, holy shit. This is like a night and day difference. This is actually like a time capsule. Let's see his biggest videos. I want to see one of his biggest videos from over 10 years ago and see the difference. Got to compare. This is 8 years ago. Hey, look, he's shirtless in this picture. 5 years ago. Even 5 years ago, he doesn't look too bad. The decline has been pretty rapid, hasn't it? I got to find like his best video and then compare that to today's. We'll see this one. Being an ex-Satanist. Let's see this one. Just for a couple minutes.
All right, everyone. It's time to talk about being an ex or former Satanist.
What the fuck? I mean, I know this is 8 years ago, but holy shit.
Can't say this enough because so many people who are more on like the Christian side.
How did his audio quality get worse over the last, like, this is archived from 8 years ago. Why is the audio quality so good? His camera quality is about the same.
When I talk about like Trump or whatever, they conflate me with being a conservative. They often, if they're shilling, they try to defame me by saying I worship Satan or like I deny Pizzagate or something like that. So I've got to make it clear in its own dedicated video. I am a former Satanist.
Wow, having teeth really does make a difference. That's actually insane. It's the same mic. I mean, that makes sense if he's using the same equipment. But he's like a completely different person. Look at those blue eyes. I guess this is the reflection of the screen. He looks like he's been huffing spice all day. Actually, I'm having a good time, chat, because all the Dune memes are up on Twitter because they've released the Dune trailer. Looking forward to seeing Dune 3 later this year. All right, let's go over to a quick Rekieta segment. So Nick has found perhaps his stride. He has found a court case to cover in which the defendant, you can't even tell that he's wearing like a polyester red jacket compared to this guy. This is like the Afro-American or original Afro man or something. Afro man, I think that's what it is. So Nick has actually found something that makes him look normal. This is a great idea. This is great for his channel. But we all know that pride comes before the fall. If he gets too successful, it drives him insane and he has to start coping with medication. So we got a quick clip from Alyssa Clips. I'm going to like her little video right there. This is from yesterday, where it says, Rekieta Law returns from break with itchy nose? Question mark? Let's take a look at this.
I've missed out on 3.5 years of making trial streaming better than it already was. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. So first of all, we'll just go through this. Like Nick is now claiming that LawTube is has grown weak and fragile in his absence, and that he has to return to set things right. Now, what has he done to set things right? Well, he's put his chat on screen. And if you're like the deepest lore of Rekieta's channel from years ago, he actually used to have his chat on screen originally. But then people started spamming the N-word, and he got a channel strike from that. So the reason he took his channel chat off was because it was a liability. So I guess he's forgotten about that, but he's brought it back. But he's also done this, in which he has the locals chat on the left side. So people can spam memes, which actually I find this kind of entertaining because people are going to start posting like BBC and stuff and all sorts of porn when he leaves to the bathroom. This is going to be an absolute disaster, and I guarantee it. But this is what he's brought to the table. Now, the benchmark for whether your trial stream is good or not is, do you get more live viewers than the trial stream by itself? And in Nick's case, that is no, he does not. Which would imply that his trial streams are a worse product than just watching it without commentary. Now, someone like Emily DeBaker, who's getting 42,000 live concurrent viewers, she's making about $2,000, $4,000 an hour just in ad revenue, not even including super chats. She has improved the format by including her personality and her legal takes. That's what's missing. That's what's really missing from Nick's streams, is he doesn't add any legal commentary. But at least when he brings up a super chat, it hides his face, which is very funny. All right, so Nick has missed out on 3 years of development, but this is what he's got.
I left you with people who
see, look at these memes, are pretty good actually.
Didn't, but I checked around and I was bored, and I actually did myself multiple times, and I had Eric Richins' EMTs bring me back with their chest compression machine. But as I was checking out other people's content, I thought it is really just subpar. It's because
because Nick hates it when people talk about the law on legal channels. If you're not talking about swinging or fucking other people's wives, or I guess getting cuckolded or pegged by your wife, then it's just very boring to Nick. SP with a $5 for the goal, much appreciated.
Come like a boring money grab, and that's funny, but it's embarrassing. Treasure Island, I need a name.
See, look, every time he gets like a chat, he brings it up. It's just like he's like drowning. It's like the water level's rising. All right. So Treasure Island says, you're trying to add value, but today I tried watching a LawTube stream and the lawyer wasn't even there, just the court TV stream, not even a face, let alone commentary. Now, this is a very funny chat. I'm going to see if it brings up in this in a second. Hold on.
Name. I need a name. Who was that? Okay.
Now, spoiler alert, it was Nick. This person was making a very funny joke because Nick decided to go pick up his kids and he just left his stream going. So he's talking about improving the state of the streamers. And, he's coming to save LawTube. He literally just leaves trial streams playing and goes out and does God knows anything else. And I think the streams actually do better when he's gone too, which is, like I said, he's not really adding anything to it. He's just detracting from it.
Who is the name? Can you DM it to me? When you said that there wasn't even, the LawTuber wasn't even there, no commentary, like, I need to know. I need to know.
Actually, do you guys remember? So I guess Nick didn't realize it was him. But do you guys remember when Good Logic was on Nick's stream and Nick had to go pick up the kids and he's like, I'm going to be away for 2 hours. And Joe was like, oh, you could just send them over to my stream. And he's like, what? You thought I was going to raid you? No, I'm just going to keep the stream going. You can just like stay here if you want to and work for me for free. And that was so heartbreaking. You could like see his heart like bursting. He's like, could I not even get a crumb of a raid? Lord Nick? No. What have you done? What have you done for him recently? Now, Joe's actually done gone on to become very successful. He's been very consistent, and he hasn't had any he's getting arrested for giving his children cocaine or anything. So I think Joe's stream is like averaging quite a few thousand people right these days. So good for him. Like for anything else that Joe does, he's very conscientious in his work ethic, and I appreciate that. Don with a 2 says, "God bless the goal." Thank you very much. And Grassroots Hegemon says, "You should make me a mod because cyan blue brings out the green in my eyes." I don't really like having moderators on my channel. The only people that are moderators are really my friends. But we'll see. We'll see. No promises. No promises. Typically, I take a position if someone asks to be a mod, they're probably the least valuable person to have as a mod because they're looking to abuse their power. But thank you for the 20. Maybe I've ruined it now. Oh, no, it's over, chat.
Oh, it was potentially criminal? Wow. How embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. So we are up to 29 members on YouTube for the day. Again, guys, we've woefully fallen short of the 2,000 we were at, and arbitrary numbers are really important. So, we're going to have to get out there and recruit some people. We're going to have to go and pull some nipples off or something.
Huh?
Throughout this presentation, she wanted fatal, lethal, illicit street drugs.
Who doesn't? Guys, I'll be right back.
All right. Now this is... Wait a second. Grassroots with another 20 says, "What if I promise to do literally absolutely nothing fucking ever?" That's a very tempting offer. If you promise to do nothing, then maybe. I don't know, chat. Am I being set up? Is he trying to bribe me, chat? I am susceptible to bribes. I'll think about it. I mean, that is actually a requirement to be a mod on my channel, is that you do nothing. Anyway. I won't, I swear. I'll think about... All right, I'll put you on the list of possibles. Should we do it, chat? 1 if you think you should be a mod, 2 for no. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Now, this is the point when Nick goes out and allegedly he comes back with an itchy nose. Let's see what happens.
Do so yourself unless so ordered by the court, and to return them to the court when they have reached a verdict or when so ordered, subject...
2 minutes later. Leave the courthouse today.
Has he got something on his mustache there?
Rather, the alternate jurors are still subject to all of the court's instructions and restrictions.
I forgot to switch it back to the
One
thing.
or
Sorry.
more of the alternate did that
That's
all
3.
of you would be kind about
That's
it.
4. It's a very itchy nose, chat.
Please have a seat.
Nothing's going to be happening for a while.
Now, you might be asking, like, surely what, like, if he does cocaine or something, he'll lose his probation. So Nick has a script for like Adderall or Ritalin, and he gets at the beginning of every month. And the running theory, and I have no proof for this, but this is my headcanon, is that he's crushing those up to get a poor man's cocaine. I mean, this is something that I've actually known people that have done this in the past. Obviously, it's pretty common, especially with kids and stuff in college, because they just get it for their ADHD and then they sell it for drug money. So it's actually possible that he's just fallen back. The rigors of trial streaming is too much. We're going to put a poll in the chat. Do you think he's making his own like dusties to sniffle? Yep, that's a coke nose. It's a coke nose. You think, chat? We need Cog stream to know. That's true. We need Cog with the 4K HD highest fidelity, where the pixels are pitch perfect to verify if this is a coke nose or not. Looks this is very suspicious. I'll say that. Very suspicious.
Right? Then we're going to have some time. I'm going to be away for 10, 15 minutes, something like that. I'll be back.
10, 15 minutes.
Later.
Wait, he left for an hour? Oh my goodness, the law tubers. The law tubers, they're playing the trial stream and they're not. It's like, hey guys, I'm just going to have a cheeky 1 hour break. Like, people give me shit if I'm away for like a minute or something. Or if the stream is 1 minute late, people are like, oh, it's fucking over. This Nick Rekieta, this Nick R, the audacity of it all. I'm just going to step away for an hour. Just leave the show running. Actual parasite behavior. Oh, this man, he was making $20,000 a day. And it was too stressful. He's like, oh, guys, you just don't understand. I can't do my CLEs. I can't. It was driving my family apart doing these 8-hour streams. I had no choice. As if the people don't have fucking jobs. People don't drive trucks for 12, 14 hours a day. Like, even just in the courtroom, the judge is there for the entire time. The prosecution's there. The defense is there. And they're actually doing work on the side as well. But no, the person with the biggest burden, Atlas actually carrying the world on his back here, is Nick Rekieta, as he used to sit there, sip whiskey, and make thousands of dollars an hour. It's too stressful, chat. Like, now he's got up to, like, he had a bit of a boon the other day. He got up to about 1,000 concurrent, which is kind of like a magic number in streaming. He got up to about 1,000, and now it's too stressful there. He's suffering from success.
It appeared that she wanted to cooperate, but was having difficulty remembering timeline and details. Stressed the common law for that she needed to be truthful.
Yeah.
Yeah, several times we told her that
That's a shiny nose.
we didn't want her.
Did you tell her that you did not want her to speculate on it?
Like, he's just doing his state mandated drugs. He's still a drug addict. Now he's just doing it legally. He's like, oh, I'll never get tested. I'll never get off my probation. Yeah, when the government's giving it to you, for fuck's sake.
More leading, object.
But 91% of the poll is saying that he does.
Yes, I believe there are multiple instances in the transcripts and the videos
Walski meter
that
at
show
99%.
when we said
Corroborate any information that she provided.
He said it! He's going to powder his nose.
yes,
No,
we were
those days
explicit
are
in
long
telling her
gone.
that.
Everybody knows, like, the thing is that Nick always lies, like, in plain sight. Every time he jokes, like, they say I'm a cuckold, Sean. They say I beat my wife, Sean. They say I do drugs, Sean. It all turns out to be true. So he's just straight up admitting it now. It's over. It's confirmed. 100% headcanon.
Assistance or
Lady
help
Raggets needed
that she would get from the prosecutor's office.
Clearly have a drinking problem.
There you go. Oh no, chat is exposing that I watch Sean's model streams when I'm not working, or when I am working, I should say. All right, there's the brief Nick segment, which brings us into the Anisa segment. People in chat are accusing me of booby baiting. This is just what she wears, okay? This is the Anisa / idubbbz / Nicholas DiOrio segment. But Anisa has returned to streaming, and she has a wish. She's exposed. He's exposed. No, she's exposed. If you're wondering about these gay glasses, by the way, they're literally just trying to copy Hassan. They're exactly the same. They look like garbage, and that's why they're wearing them. All right. Well, we've got a quick idubbbz segment as we warm up into this. Bulgarian Lives Matter has decided that his watermark is now going to be like the DVD, where it like goes around the screen. I like it. I like this watermark because it's, you know, those DVD memes are great. You got to see if it hits the corner perfectly. Do you think it'll hit, chat? Let's see what idubbbz is talking about, though. But we have to see idubbbz first, because you have to compare idubbbz stream to Anisa stream.
Oh, Nigel Farage Reform says, what's going on with the balding patch towards the front of your oily head?
He's bald! Look, this is absolutely harebrained and is purely an internet thing. It's gone too far. The hair memes are ridiculous at this point. Only streamers care about this. Nobody gives a shit. Like, if I want to be honest, like, idubbbz looks just fine. Like, he is chromium maxing a little bit, but maybe that's just the CT is like filling up in the inside. It's not that bad. It's actually not that bad.
What are you talking about? That?
The funny thing is that it clearly bothers him, though, because otherwise you would just ignore the chat.
That's not really the front of my head, though. Oh, you don't get to see that angle too often. It's the part in your hair. Dude, you're gonna give other people the insecurity about their balding head. That's not even remotely on my radar. If you want to bully me, that is not on my radar of like what I'm worried about.
You can't trust me if I'm saying it's fine. People get older and their hair gets thinner. It's perfectly fine, chat.
Just for the record, like,
except for Sean,
hair,
apparently.
I do not, or balding head, I do not have to worry about that.
Speaking of Sean, apparently Sean's model bench just joined us.
I'm keen on balding because it's going to make me look more mature.
All right, this part is Cope, though. He's excited about being bald.
It's also just kind of sad because like we both have a lot of hair, but it's fine.
We have
wait. So Anisa says, we both have a lot of hair. She's hairy. I mean, we know that because, like, Anisa has said that she only shaves for OnlyFans shoots. She doesn't shave for Ian. So he's got a hairy wife, a hairy Lebanese wife, even though she's only like 8% Lebanon.
Fine hair, it's true.
Where the curl pattern is, you can like.
You can get a bald spot. Yeah, you can see the
We
skin.
both have fine hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not balding, but receding for sure. Dude, we're all receding. We're all receding. Everyone. Every living person is receding. It's just at what rate?
Except for Sean, apparently. His hair just gets like silky and
you don't
white.
like to call it a receding hairline. You like to call it cranium expansion.
Well, we know that's not true. All right. We got this. What is this one? I actually can't remember what this one is. Well, see, I'll probably figure it out in a second.
Yeah, we've been learning Chinese.
Oh, that's right. The Chinese. Okay. So this is going into the copying Hassan. They want to go to China. So you're going to hear some ching chong ping pong in a second.
Want to do a trip to China?
Yeah, we're gonna go to China soon.
Huh.
We've been learning Chinese.
Yeah.
Here's my.
Oh, she's going to do some Chinese.
Any Chinese in the chat want to rate Anisa's Chinese?
Lai, and
Lai is like
go.
I thought it was like come.
Yeah, like kind of like
let's go.
like yalla.
Like vamonos.
Yeah, and what's the other one?
They don't like it.
How bo how or how ni hao. I think that's all I can remember right now.
It's a low
We're
clock
working on it though.
All right. So this is the state of Ian's stream right now. Let's have a look at Anisa's streams. By the way, what the fuck is she wearing in this? Like, she has the weirdest outfits. I thought this was like, I guess it's like a jean wrapper or something around. I'm not sure. Anyway. All right. So Anisa's getting into Nicholas DeOrio. Now, Nicholas DeOrio is like a commentary guy, but very funny is that he's starting to get some heat for being a loser. And heads up, everyone on the internet is a loser. There's nobody cool on the internet. Unless you like take a picture of someone that's not on the internet and post them on the internet, they can be cool. But anyone that's like trying to make their own content or be a streamer is just inherently cringe because you're seeking attention, which is uncool.
Okay, I'll play
this is Anisa's stream. Immediately you can see the quality. It is so much better than Ian's stream. Leagues and bounds ahead. It doesn't make sense. Has Anisa just been hiding all of her stream like expertise? She's withholding it from her husband? She has the power to make Ian's stream better, but she refuses to do it. I think this has to be the plan, is that she's purposely poisoning idubbbz and destroying his life so that she can feel better about her own. There's no other explanation, but she's like, I mean, this is a weird choice. She's got the tits out, which is obviously the only thing she has to offer. But it is crazy how much better it looks.
music. Let me just get into the. It's hard to
chat.
do it all for me. Canadian girls rock denim like no other. I know I need to have like a full denim fit. My eggs are dwindling. Obesity! Welcome to the salad
Her eggs are
boys.
dwindling.
Okay, let me.
That's actually her sub alert. Every time you sub to her channel, it says that, which is kind of funny. Like, I will say, like, Anisa, it does seem to be taking the haters very well so far, which is something that idubbbz just can't seem to do. He's such a pussy. Like, if you go into idubbbz's chat, everybody's banned. Even just, like, the idea of thought crime gets you removed from his stream. But Anisa's chat, apparently, is just, like, this laissez-faire attitude where anyone can get whatever they want. And they're all just, like, having a good time.
Tell you guys something. I'll tell you a little secret. Love your makeup today. Thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, I just realized I actually like.
I'm going to say another thing that's going to make the chat mad. If Anisa didn't have the tattoos, she would be pretty much normal maxed. Like, she would just look like a normal person. Like, she's not ugly or anything. She's not like super attractive or anything, but like she'd be like a Canadian 5, okay? If you just remove the tattoos. I think this doesn't like songs in the key of CWC have like a video about the AI Anisa without the tattoos. Grassroots with another $10. Big support from Grassroots says the best thing among many about Nick DiOrio is that I'm his mod. Brings out the green in my eyes. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Did a win.
There's a Nicholas DiOrio exposed video. It's like it's coming up later. We're gonna have a look at this. Which is kind of funny because it's like he gets exposed as not really, just like as a hand holding or handholdless kissless virgin or whatever. which is like, a lot of people on the internet like that. True Rob says, well, howdy, meme. Well, howdy. How's it going?
Dang. Look at, I'm so 2016 slay. I have like the aggressive wing and everything.
I'm gonna have to put this at 1.25.
Less than the Klein accent. I will say, oh yeah, I need to figure that out. Play music, but I can't hear it, so I can focus. I'm sure my husband can help me. Husband. I will say, I was not expecting that to go viral. Can you hear me? I was not expecting that clip to go viral. Now it's blocking my excellent cleavage. Nobody wants that.
Is she gonna get another boob job, chat? She had a boob job because she was a titty streamer. I mean, she is still a titty streamer, as we can say. But is she gonna get like a little bit of attention from streaming and then get like conditioned by her chat to start doing more cleavage, and then she gets the boobies put back in, and then Ian doesn't get to see them at all. But then she gets sad and takes them out again. She's got like a frequent punch card or something. Next one is going to be free.
Not expecting that to go viral, but it brought me great joy. Which clip? Me doing my Ela impression. And I think what it proves to me is that my irrelevancy was a choice. So, even
this is like, I'm not sure you want to admit this. Is it better or worse? It's like, oh, actually, looks like my entire life going down the toilet, my entire career being a joke and destroying my husband, it was all a choice. She's just admitting it, that she's the demon that is destroying everything good and wonderful in their lives, taking away all of their finances, moving them to Canada out of America. It's all her fault. People are Clyde towering in the chat. What are you guys doing up there?
When the haters had to admit it was good. No, you know what, though? You know who didn't admit it was good? Was, Nicholas DeOrio. He like didn't want to come to terms with it. He's like having to face the nightmare, which is his pay pig is like dying. It's like they're on their dying breath. Nobody gives a fuck anymore.
So I had a look, actually. Nicholas DeOrio cleans the fuck up. Like when he's streaming, like he's live streaming to about 4,000 people concurrent. And if we do the little stream math here, like he makes like $1,000 a day in super chats. But if he's got like a 4,400, I think is what his last stream is, it's times more or less. He's making $200 an hour, or between $200 and $400 an hour from streaming 5 hours. Like it's another $1,000, $2,000 in ad revenue. So he's doing absolutely fine for himself. Although he is receiving a bit of flack recently, which is kind of funny. But to be honest, it's all part of the game.
Ethan and Ela's show is turning into like regurgitated slop tuber content about me and Ian. That's all they have, and I love it. I have to tell you, I'm having the time of my life because the more 4 hours he talked about me, 4 hours. No one cares, dude. No one cares. It is killing the channel. Nicholas is losing people to the Queen, poetic justice. It was only a matter of time.
I don't think there's any evidence to show that this is happening. I mean, because Nicholas DeOrio posts all of his stream stats after his stream, so you can just see it. If there was a dip, it'd be very viewable.
I don't know. Don't you get sick of looking at the Do the Roar guy? Although I guess that's why he has the little animated avatar, right?
That's the
string is back.
So we're gonna see this when we get to the Nicholas DeOrio segment. I mean the video, but he's got a little wiggling animation. They call it the Wiggler, which is very funny.
Back. It is. Okay. At least I have the balls to show my face when I'm talking. Who?
You can try building a wiggle
Nicholas
tower
DeOrio, aka Epic Rape Review. What's the name of his?
What is the name of it? We got it here. This is the intro. Where is it? Rape review. This is it. Apparently, this is big stuff in the commentary space. The rape review. Anisa's going to explain it to us in case you're unaware of it.
Channel. Ultimate Rape Review, I think. Yeah. Oh no, I'll tell you. So there's this creature named Nicholas DeOrio, and Nicholas DeOrio, okay, is someone who posts videos of him celebrating his birthday alone.
Not the
which
rape
again,
review.
Not a problem. But if you're, I don't know, maybe friend and family deficient, at least have a dog or a cat or something. He doesn't really strike me as a cat guy. Celebrate your birthday with a cat, dude. But he doesn't even have that. So I don't know. But anyways, he is one of these commentary slop guys, and he has this segment. I've heard whispers.
She knows exactly what it's like. She's read every single page on a Kiwi farm. She knows exactly what the ultimate rape review is.
Because there's no way I would sit through a whole hour. How long does he stream for? Who knows? Streams for
like
a while.
4 or 5 hours.
But he has this segment called the Ultimate Rape Review, where he reviews rape cases and decides whether or not the woman is lying.
Unfortunately, this is just actually true facts. Anisa's 100% right here. Nicholas DeOrio is actually the arbiter of whether women are being raped or not. Every single rape case in America, Nicholas DeOrio has like the veto powers on it. So he can just show up and just say, nope, this chick was asking for it. Look what she was wearing.
So, and that's, by the way, who Ethan and Hila watch and enjoy. They think he has really good research. I quoted directly from Hila with that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Nicholas DeOrio does actually do very much research at all, or if he's just like having a bit of a giggle. Because that's realistically, you shouldn't be taking advice from streamers. Like, we're all just having a bit of fun. Well, I mean, hopefully, right? But the average streamer doesn't have like a really good opinion. In fact, usually it's worse than the average person. People just like listening to people talk, and they like having something on their second screen. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, having a bit of a meal, listen to the daily drama. It's just a bit of fun, a bit of drama, like just like reality TV. That's all it is.
So,
but he is a rape expert. That's true.
That's who that is. It's vile. Hila said that he's her favorite, and she donates to this individual. And if you look at him, like a picture of him, he doesn't like stream himself, which I, after seeing what he looks like, I get. Because he looks like he should be holding a giant, oversized lollipop at all times.
This actually makes me so sad because I did see a picture of Nicholas DeOrio with a giant lollipop. Obviously, it was photoshopped, but I couldn't find it for the stream. If anyone has that, can they tweet it at me or something? It's very adorable. Like the big lollipop meme is underrated, in my opinion.
Hey, I get it. I think he also lied about having a girlfriend and then got outed for lying. Do the roar. He's a do the roar guy. So and he's talked about us for a long time. And I didn't really talk about him, one, because I'm not really online, but two, I also just
liar. The chat determined this is lying. She's on all day, every day. Like the audacity to make this statement. She's all day in Ian's chat silencing people. In her own stream, she doesn't silence people, which is interesting. But she's always Googling herself, reading her thread. One of the most terminally online people there may be. I'm not an online... What the fuck are you talking about? As she rips open her shirt and displays the goodies for the chat.
Just feel bad for him. I think out of all the slop tubers, I feel the worst for him. Because, not good. Even when you see pictures of him, it looks like he's not comfortable wearing his own skin. So, But we are done being...
Moves the mic so you can see her cleavage.
Nice, aren't we, chat? He's making bank off of you. He's making bank off of Ethan and Hila. There's quite the talent of people in that world finding someone who's just a little bit dumber than you. So
is she talking about herself finding idubbbz and then manipulating him for the last 10 years?
You can like prey on them, but Nicholas DeOrio is getting eaten by his own. I heard that he's becoming a lol cow himself. So, and that's the fate, isn't it? Of those creatures. So he's making bank. How many people watch that content? I think he gets like 4,000 viewers on average. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys.
All right, so 4,000. Yeah, that's about accurate. It's like 4,400, maybe upwards towards 5,000, something like that. So very successful. Like I said, when you get about 1,000 concurrent live streamers, it really kind of starts making a lot of money. Not just in ad revenue, but also in the support that you receive from like super chats and things like that. It's kind of like that's the level at which you can kind of consider it to be like a career, in my opinion. Although obviously some people do a lot better than that. Now, Anisa's stream itself is doing surprisingly better than idubbbz. Well, I guess that's not surprising. But I think that her last stream was about 450. So Nicholas DeOrio is doing about 10 times better than her at the moment. But Anisa's going to share her wish, which unfortunately, if you know anything about wishes, you can't tell people or they don't come true. And Anisa's going to say this herself.
Next. Okay. Wait, is it illegal to share your wishes, guys? Do you get in trouble for that? Is that...
No, it's just they don't come true. Everybody knows this. If you tell your wishes, they don't come true.
Will I go to jail if I share my wish? Because me...
What?
No.
Wish police shows up?
No. So me and Ian had a rotisserie chicken. It's illegal not to. We had a rotisserie chicken after working out. And I found the wishbone. And I was like, oh my God, we should do a wishbone wish. And
apparently,
my eggs are dwindling. Thank you, Antonio Ray, for resubscribing. It wasn't from Costco or...
The crazy thing about this, hold on a second. So when she does her salute dance, she's got no chest tattoos here. She looks amazing. Like, well, not amazing, but like a lot better. Like, can we have this streamer, please?
Thank you, Antonio Ray, for resubscribing. It wasn't from Costco or Superstore. It was...
Wishbones are haram in Islam. Magic is haram. You're Islamic streamer, sir. Here you are.
Safeway. And I wished for an average of 1,000 viewers a stream. And I pulled that thing, and I got the majority.
The funny thing is that Ian pulled the wishbone as well and was wishing for the same thing. So only one of them can get it. But now maybe neither of them will because she shared her wish.
So if magic is real, in the next
now it's never going to happen.
3 months, I'll get an average of 1,000 viewers per stream.
All right, so we're going to have to check in with Anisa in 3 months to see if her wishes come true. But it's just like, I mean, every streamer wishes that they had more audience apart from apparently Jessica Reloaded, who was very upset that I stream rated her the other day. But then she said thank you in the chat, so I don't know what she's saying. But like, to say like, you're in a Costco, you're eating your rotisserie chicken. It's like, please God, give me 1,000 concurrent streamers. It's like sad, honestly. Like I feel more like empathy for Anisa than I do for Stix having a stroke. Because I guess I'm a big fucking simp. I don't know. You'd be the decider. Anyway, so let's take a look at this video real quick. This is what they're talking about. Like, this is going to be, it's never been so over for Nicholas DiOrio. This is from a channel called Klein. I don't know if it's true. Maybe Grass in the chat can tell me. Did Nicholas DiOrio watch this and react to this video himself on his own stream? I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like he's leaning into getting a bit of blowback for posting a picture of him being friend zoned on Twitter or whatever. Which is what you have to do because everyone gets their turn, right? You get to be the hammer, you get to be the nail. Although in idubbbz case, he's just been the nail for like the last 10 years, which is very sad. But this is what you got to do when you get these sort of things: is you just got to laugh it off and keep moving.
Just can't shake it. Last week we talked, something's been bothering me lately and I just can't shake it. Last week we talked about H3 and them taking offense to Anisa's impression of Ela Klein. And while they were offended, somebody else decided to be offended on their behalf.
I'm a big fan of Nicholas DiOrio. What can I say?
So here's the wiggler down here.
You do your research.
I don't know. Not only is that offensive, it's also bad. Like, it's a bad impression.
The ultimate review guide.
Like, I'm not sure if Nicholas DiOrio is actually offended by this, or he's trying to make the argument that Anisa should think it's offensive, because who gives a shit if you make a funny voice? Like, getting offended at accents is one of the dumbest things, in my opinion.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't get offended by anything, though, so I am a bit...
It's also bad. Like, it's a bad impression.
The ultimate review guy thought that impersonating Ela Klein was a bridge too far. That's a little offensive. By the way, the wiggler that he uses as his little persona, because God forbid he shows his face on camera when he decides to shit talk someone, that character is actively wearing an ultimate review helmet as he's saying that an impression is offensive. And I mean, when I saw Anisa...
This guy has been mewing her, though. I will say that about him.
This clip, the first thing that I thought of was not, what is H3 going to say about this? Obviously, they're going to find it offensive. What I was thinking was, how is Nick DiOrio going to avoid covering this? Because I had no expectation that this guy, who has a massive background in the commentary community before becoming a shill for the Kleins, would openly say on his stream that he found an impression of someone offensive.
Imagine going to XQC and you're like, hey, dude, what are you going to cover today? Bro, this is fucking crazy. Literally, someone been fucking JFK got fucking assassinated. I got so much to say about it. Like, what are you expecting fucking XQC to say about JFK's assassination? Nothing.
As someone who grew up in Quebec, I found that deeply offensive. Okay, what the fuck, Nick, you fucking asshole? How dare you go after XQC? Don't you know it's his second language? Sorry, guys, I forgot.
I mean, XQC is retarded, though, which is why he's like the most popular streamer in the world. It appeals to a mass audience.
Only people you're not allowed to criticize are Israelis, apparently. How dare you do an impression of a self-proclaimed IDF soldier who volunteered to go on to a night raid into a terrorist city, as Ethan Klein would say.
So I was a soldier.
You told me once you went on like a...
But like, the thing is, like, I'm not a big fan of H... I mean, I'm neutral on H3. I think he's been very funny recently with the Ian stuff, and the Hassan feud has been very entertaining. But like, you know, I like Vape Nation, that sort of thing. But Ela was literally conscripted. Like, she didn't have a choice about being in the IDF. Every Israeli has to do that.
Mission with them to like a terrorist city.
Yeah,
that was kind of a crazy story.
Yeah, my officers and like the soldiers in that brigade, they would go every night on a raid, right, in Armada to arrest terrorists, and So I always saw them preparing for it and leaving, and then I would stay in the base. So one time I wanted to go with them just to experience it.
I just wanted to know. I wanted to experience raiding a terrorist city. I mean, hell, she even looks like XQC in this one. We can't make fun of both of them. It got so bad that he even had to release a statement on Augie RFC's subreddit. Which, by the way, between me and you, Augie, I know how you feel about this stuff. Say something. Maybe DiOrio has been associating with the Kleins too much, but he's starting to play their tactics. In the clip I'm about to show you, the H3 podcast crew decide to spend 6 minutes trying to figure out if smelling like pennies is an anti-Semitic joke.
Tamara, she creeps me out for real.
Hold on. Jews are the only group on the internet does criticize these days. At the same time, they complain they can't criticize the Jews. The crazy thing is there's so much hate for the Jews online these days that I'm starting to like the Jews. Just because I want to be contrarian. I love Israel now.
She looks like she smells like pennies, yeah.
I am sorry, but what the fuck is that?
What does that mean, by the way? Like, what does it mean to smell like pennies?
That's what I wanted to say. This is what I want to talk about. Because I thought about that. And right away I was like, whoa, really went in on the Jew shit there.
Why even risk being misconstrued
Is
as
that anti-Semitic? To smell like pennies? I actually don't know. Memes love is real. I've only ever met I've met a couple of American Jews, which are very funny, because they were like living caricatures. They literally told me about their Jew gold. I'm not even joking. But the only time I've ever met Israelis was when I went to visit South Korea, and they're actually pretty cool. I thought they were like Italians or something. They're really stylish. I guess they had a lot of money. Go figure.
Semitic for nothing.
These folks misconstrue everything as anti-Semitic all the time. That's like half of the content on the podcast. But you know, it's totally cool, totally kosher. Apparently, going over Sneeko's nudes, laughing about it. How dare you say that one of the crewmates on the podcast smells like pennies? Oh, by the way, we're gonna laugh our asses off like this.
What the fuck?
I was about to say, don't scroll up.
Right, listen, what is going on with Sneeko? That is the gayest man alive. What the hell is that?
What's going on with Sneeko? That's the gayest man alive. In response to his nudes that were shared by Brandon Buckingham being leaked. They can say whatever the fuck they want about whoever the fuck they want, whenever they want. But you dare say anything that they can fucking twist or misconstrue in their own way, they will twist it and they will spend 6 minutes telling you about it.
And you know what's crazy? She did.
Is this supposed to be a Nick takedown? It is. They think they got him, chat. They think they've caught the fat man as being captured. He's being arrested as we speak. He's a hypocrite. The hypocrisy, it's the worst part.
This
not the ultimate rape review, but the hypocrisy.
In her first stream, she had this story about how Ethan and I show up late to the podcast and then leave right after, so we have no soul. She said that we have no soul.
Oh, I'll pull that.
But people also pointed that is racist, like making people seem inhumane and less than.
You show up late to your podcast, and I don't think you put
He's late. Grassroots with huge support for the stream. With another 10 says, "Oh, I got to give you the trip." There we go. My train whistle's starting to break. I think we are confused because it's anti-Semitic, but she's too dim to be anti-Semitic correctly. Yeah, you have to be sneaky about how you do it.
Any soul into your podcast, that's racist. It gets to a point. Stop being a fucking crybaby. I genuinely think DiOrio has just spent too much time watching their content and supporting their ideas. Or worse, maybe he's always just been like this. Hey, Nick, are you a crybaby for money, or is this all for the love of the game? Nick DiOrio's entire content...
I think he's just doing it for money, if I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if I was making, $6,000 a stream or something, and I mean, that seems pretty reasonable. No, he probably, I want to say that DiOrio makes like $3,000 a stream, probably before YouTube's cut. So it might be like, $2,500. That's some good fucking money for 5 hours work, right? Because he makes like straight up $1,400 in super chats, at least from the last one that I had a look at. I think I actually have the stats here. Yeah, on this last stream that he did, he streamed for 5 hours with an average of about 4,300 people. So like I said, he's making like $200 an hour for this. $1,400 in super chat revenue. I think he's doing it for, for a bit of the payout, but that's fine. I mean, you can enjoy it and make money at the same time. Nothing wrong with that. I love making money. As the sponsors of my channel, which I can't tell you, they're from a mysterious people that are in the desert. They told me that was the correct opinion to have.
strategy for the past year has been siding with Ethan Klein on every possible situation and belittling and shitting on anything if they fucking breathe wrong, belittling everything that Ian and Anisa do. I mean, I was watching this guy's VOD last night and he's talking about Anisa's jewelry, how it's cheap and ugly. These people get comfortable criticizing.
Max is your sponsor. This is not true. Like, is Max in the chat? I don't want. Look, if there is a Japanese version of a Jewish person, it's Max Mura, okay? Max in the chat says, some people accuse Max of being a glowy. In fact, Max is a Jewy. See, even he says it's true. As far as his P-nose is concerned. Oh, I see what he said. I see what he did there. I see what he did there. When Max, I have to pay Max to come visit me. Like, I have to pay for his trains. While he's like, kid you not, he's like meeting with billionaires and like that have their own private jets, and he's getting $5,000 lunches and being paid $10,000 to pretend to be an old man with sore toes in Miyazaki and shit. Max is living my fucking dream. He keeps getting away with it. Like, you know, Seinfeld, where they talk about Kramer going to fantasy baseball camp, and then George is like, his entire fucking life is a fantasy camp. He falls ass backwards into money, has sex with women without dating them, and doesn't fucking work. Well, actually, that's not true. Max is a good loyal boy. Okay, he's married. But no, Max does have a pretty funny, entertaining life. Should be seeing you soon, Max. Actually, I'll be visiting Tokyo at the end of the month and probably early in April. So love you, Max.
People's relationships, talking about how idubbbz is a cuck in his relationship, how Anisa is the one wearing the pants. And it made me think, I wonder about Nick DiOrio's relationships. You know, I've been around a long time in this whole commentary thing, and I just remember seeing a tweet, something that Nick DiOrio posted.
Oh, Tonka, when did the tears come out of my eyes?
Tonka? This is like crazy. Like, this is why I wanted to play this. Because unironically, it's a Tonka W. Very rare one.
I was crying.
When did the tears come out of your eyes? Probably when that girl said she wasn't your girlfriend on that post. That was the saddest shit I've ever seen.
What girl said she wasn't my girlfriend?
When you posted a picture of you holding somebody's hand, just trying to be vague about it, and then they're like, you have a girlfriend? And the girl's like, no, he's my best friend.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about.
That was funny as fuck.
It's hilarious.
No, that was funny as fuck. Okay, so that didn't happen, Nick. Nick, did that happen or not? Picture of you holding somebody's hand or like fucking some shit, and then do you have a girlfriend? She's like, no, he's my best friend and not my girlfriend.
Talk about my fucking personal life on here.
It's not your personal life. It's a tweet you made. It's a tweet you made, Nick. Nick, it's a tweet you made. That's not your personal life.
Do not.
Rare, like super rare. Tonka W. He's correct here. Wild stuff. Do you guys remember the Kumite?
It's a tweet you made. It's not your personal life. It's a tweet, not your personal life, dork.
Oh, whoa. You think it's cool to talk like I intentionally don't name people like this specifically because I keep that part of my life very off the internet.
No, you don't. You try to post it and look cool, and you didn't look cool.
It was her idea to make the fucking post in the first place. I told her.
I'm sure it was.
She did.
Like, this is the entire state of the commentary community. They're having to post like, what is this, 11, 12-minute videos about pictures of hand holding on Twitter. This is what's happened. Like, where has the time gone, chat? This is all they could get on him. Is he posted a potentially cringe photo, which is maybe a work, who knows, on Twitter. This is it. This is what they got.
That's none of your fucking business.
Then why'd you post it on Twitter, Nick?
It doesn't belong in this argument.
It's none of my business. Why is it up there, Nick? Why'd you post it if it's none of anybody's business?
All you guys have is looking into people's personal lives. And it's
how is this your personal life, Nick?
Why are you bringing it up in a fucking debate, Tonka?
Because it's funny, remember? It's about things that are funny. We're debating. We're debating, Nick. Is that what's happening? Oh, did Nick?
If you're wondering what they're all laughing about and DiOrio is getting extremely defensive about, it's this.
I mean, that was a Tonka W. I think we'd have to call that a win. It's what is he, like 300-0 at this point?
DiOrio posts an image of him clinking glasses with what appears to be a woman. Someone replies, I guess you have a girlfriend. The woman in question replies, we aren't dating, but he's my best friend. And DiOrio responds, shh, women. Any man that has ever...
That's an evergreen thing to say. Women should be quiet.
Lived, okay, any man that has ever existed has been friend-zoned, okay? That happens. It's a part of life. And 99% of the time, I would not be criticizing or making fun of somebody getting friend-zoned. But with Nicholas DiOrio, there's something cosmically beautiful about it. Nick makes most of his money by criticizing and shitting on a couple that he just does not like. Well, a couple that Ethan Klein does not like. And frankly, it's a couple that, despite all of the hate online that they've had for years, has been able to stick together. I'm not saying that they're a great couple or a couple that I would model my relationship after, but you gotta give it to them. Despite all of the hate, despite every single commentary YouTube channel, including my own, making fun of them, they have stuck it out. And DiOrio, throughout this entire time, has been a sad, lonely, single loser, larping that he has some sort of relationship on Twitter and then getting called out in a debate in a Discord call.
All right, here's the thing though. If he's making thousands of dollars a day, he's going to be just, well, that's not necessarily true. Because, money can destroy people, as we've seen with certain lawyers and things like that. But, like, the audacity is like, oh, he's just a loser. The thing with the internet is it literally does, none of this matters. It's all bullshit. You just, all attack, no defense is the way to go. Like, never even bring up your criticizers. Or, fuck, I'm retarded. Never ever bring up your detractors and just keep going forward. That's the way.
That was funny as fuck.
It's hilarious.
No, that was funny as fuck. Okay, so that didn't happen, Nick. Nick, did that happen or not?
Yeah, it absolutely happened.
You posted a vague
You can
picture.
just buy
of
a
you
wife.
holding
There you
somebody's
go. There you go. You can just buy a wife.
hand or like fucking some shit, and then do you have a girlfriend? She's like, no, he's my best friend and not my girlfriend.
Talk about my fucking personal life on here.
You know, another question I asked was, why don't you show your face when you're shit talking people? You know, why don't you put on a face cam, grab a helmet that says Ultimate Rape Review, and actually live the part a little bit? You know, it takes a lot of the oomph out of your bullying when you're hiding behind a little wiggler. What are you afraid? You afraid to show your
The wiggler gets away with the chat. He's getting away with it again. I don't know if you figured out, but I love saying the wiggler. It's very funny. I love my wigglers in chat.
Malformed chins? Nick, you're a pussy. And you've gotten into one of the best financial situations you could have ever dreamt of. But all it cost was your fucking soul. Joe Rogan should give...
Oh no, he's soulless. He's making fun of people on the internet. What do you mean by that? Imagine you get to the pearly gates and it's like, what's this? You made fun of someone on the internet? I'm sorry, straight to hell.
Hila, back her meds. What meds were you talking about there? A horse dewormer? Remember when you and the boys were calling her a horse-faced bitch? Did you switch because you found it offensive, Mr. Ultimate Rape Review? Or did you switch because the money's so fucking good?
You call this just some charm?
I have the ugliest necklaces next to the ugliest tattoos from the ugliest personality.
Yo, where's your face cam, Nick? Hey, Nick, where's your face cam? Nick likes to talk about material.
What? I'm not a ginger. What are you talking? This is like defamation. I'm part ginger, but I'm not full ginger.
Things. He's a big fan of watches. He's criticizing Anisa's cheap necklace. I also found out that he's got a pair of $600 glasses. I found out about this because he was talking about it in his story from VidCon. Now, if you're not aware, Nick DiOrio has told this VidCon story a couple of times, once on his stream, once on his podcast, and then a second time on his stream. Now, when Nick tells you this story, he wants you to believe that some flamboyant gay man confronted him over his coverage of Bo Blacks, that this pipsqueak had some funny sounding voice.
He's like, I don't like you.
For the record, this is what net loss sounds like.
All right, I want to start off by saying that I'm neither a capitalist nor am I not a capitalist.
I don't think Nick is very good at impressions here.
He's like, I don't like you. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so wait, what are you going to do about it? And he's like,
it's about integrity in impersonating somebody's voice. Okay, this is what it's about. Can we get the voice review chat?
I'm like, you're acting like a slur right now.
You called him a slur? I thought that would be offensive, wouldn't it?
Slurs are offensive, by the way. They're very funny.
So he snatched my glasses off my face and started dancing seductively at me. So I followed him for like 2 seconds and I realized he's not turning around. And then I walked back.
It all connects. Now, if somebody takes glasses off your face, what do you do about it? Would you just call him a slur and let him walk away with your glasses? Or you can...
Chat, I need to know, if I'm going to take a trip to America, what do I say if someone takes away my glasses? I can't be seen without my glasses. What slur is appropriate to use when you get your glasses taken away from you? Asking for a friend.
You'll get back your glasses.
Oh, they're prescription. You can have them back. I'm like, thanks for my $600 glasses, asshole.
Yeah, but if you were to go like take my glasses off, or he did, then he's just gonna get smacked, bro. That's not my fault. It's your fault.
You gotta understand. I'm in like an aura right now. Like the fucking
Nick's buddy Vega would smack someone to get his glasses back, but DiOrio himself, he'll let you take
That's one of my favorite episodes. The one where Johnny Bravo has the crossover with Scooby-Doo.
$600 glasses whenever you want. You want to know why? Because Nick's a short, fat, little man. That's why Nick hides behind the wiggler. That's why his girlfriend friend-zoned him when he posted a photo of their hands on Twitter. And that's why when he was bullying his autistic transgender friend Bo Blacks, when net loss
based. Bo Blacks deserves to be made fun of and bullied.
Decided to come and take his $600 glasses off his face, he did absolutely nothing. He's a sad, pathetic little man. Let me be clear, little this way, not little this way.
He's fat. There you go, chap. All right, that was a little bit of a fun stream. Bit of a quick one. Unfortunately, I'm very busy this week. We should maybe have a Friday stream tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I got to head out. So, stay safe out there. Thanks for this big support from Grass today in the chat. And, let us know. Let us know what's going on. He's busy. That's true. I am busy. Dino stream soon. I promised this Dino stream. People paid for a Dino stream, but I've just been very busy. Once I get this project finished, we will be back in the prehistoric era. So there you go.
Now it's time to see which of our stories are based. Was this story based? Yes. Was this story based? Yes, it was. If you thought this story was based, you're right. This tale of a mysterious force protecting a pharmacy is based. Is this story based? Did you think this one was based? If you thought this one was based, you're right.